All right, so Eternal Karma. This is a control deck that is centered around one of our champions here, Karma, who says at the end of the round, you create a random spell in your regions in your hand, and then her level up condition is you're enlightened. So that means you have full 10 mana. So we're going long with this deck, or that's our goal. And then Karma says when you play a spell, cast it again on the same target. So what this deck is looking to do is it's looking to control the game and go long to level up Karma. And then Karma's champion spell actually plays a big part of what this deck is looking to do. So Karma's Insight of the Ages says create a spell from your regions and put it into your hand. And then shuffle a Karma into your deck. So the goal, we're in Eternal Karma deck by what we're looking to do is put Karma into play and then cast Karma's champion spell, which gets doubled by Karma in play to put 2 Karmas back into your deck. So basically when you cast Karma's champion spell with Karma out, you get an unlimited number of Karmas into your deck. Because for those not familiar, when you draw a second copy of a champion while you already have one in play, instead of just having a dead legendary in your hand like in Magic, they turn into this spell, which puts them back into your deck in addition to giving them another effect. Now, how do we control the game? We've got sweepers like Withering Wail. We've got Ruination, which is the only destroy all units in the game. We've got spot removal like Vengeance. We've got cheaper spot removal like Vile Feast. So we're looking to keep the board in check as we survive to get long, and then eventually play Karma, enlighten her, and then win the game with whatever various tools we can find off of her. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games here with this one and see how it goes. If you've not played Runeterra before, the turn structure and mana system are the most innovative things about it, in my opinion. So, similar to Magic, both players are playing out on every turn. However, similar to Hearthstone, both players on the turns that they're playing replenish a mana and draw a card. So, unlike in Magic, where you frequently run out of cards and things come down to top deck wars, because you're drawing a card every single turn as the turns alternate in this game, the games tend to have a lot more action and decision making because you have more cards to play out. Now, the thing that rotates here is you'll notice my opponent up here has a sword, so it's currently their turn to attack. So when I play out this 1/1 for 1, I can't attack with it this turn. Opponent's killing my thing there. So you'll note when I play a unit, the unit goes immediately into play. However, when you play a spell, spells go into a stack in the center and allow players a chance to respond to them. So there's back and forth interaction with fast and slow spells. Now, something that I really love about the mana system in this game, you'll note that my opponent has 1 extra little mana up here, and this is a spell mana that's banked over from turn to turn. So you'll note here, I don't have anything to do with these 3 mana, and instead of just losing that mana, it gets stored here as spell mana, and up to 3 mana you can carry over turn to turn in this game. This makes for interesting play dynamics because it's often game theory optimal to not use your mana to save up for spell mana for the following turn. Chris, thanks for the 19 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. The way that the mana system in this game is constructed as well also makes it so that in the early turns, if you don't have a play, you don't get punished for not using your mana like you often fall behind in Magic or Hearthstone for not using your mana. This is elusive, so my opponent can't block it. I think I'm going to go ahead and Grasp the Undying. They're 3/3 here. Just kind of poke at them. My opponent is playing Braum and Nivea, so they are also a control deck. There, you see, I tried to kill their thing. They killed it in response to draw some cards.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Attack with these.
Ready the torches.
I didn't play out my 3-2 here because I don't want to trade my 3-2 for their 2-1. And then now that I didn't play out the 3-2, I think I'm just going to pass here and bank this mana into spell mana.
What will you have?
The spirit of winter awakens.
So when this attacks, she deals 1 to everything. I think I'm going to go ahead and just Vengeance this. And then I can Thresh. So when Anivia dies, she's a Phoenix. So when she dies, she leaves behind an egg that eventually comes back when they're enlightened. So next turn, we'll be able to Thresh Challenger the egg. Yes, this game, Runeterra, has the best play-draw balance of any card game I've ever played, ever. Yes, so when the game starts, your opponent sees which 2 champions are in your deck. So while it doesn't tell them the entirety of your deck, it gives them an idea of what you're doing, because champions usually dictate what type of strategy a given deck is, which allows you to make intelligent mulliganing decisions before the game even starts. This game just has an incredible number of decision points like that. So this has a mechanic called Challenger, which is similar to Provoke from Magic, so I can force my opponent's thing to block. Now, the way combat in this game differs from Magic is blocks are 1-to-1. So when I force a block with this O2, they can't stack other blockers on top of it. I'm going to end the round here, so I bank one of these up to 3 spell mana, and they bank up to some spell mana as well. Their champion here, Braum, levels up when he survived 10 total damage, and the first time he survives damage, he makes a 3-3. And I have another Anivia. I feel like I'm gonna run back the Vengeance play here. We're only at 8 mana, so if I Vengeance this, they're only going to 9. I can hook it again on my next turn. There could also be merit just playing Karma out post-combat, so that way I could start generating some spells with her. Yeah, the ability to store mana, when I first started playing this game, I really took for granted how much decision-making and depth that would add to the game. It really gives you a deep vat of decisions to be making. If I block this here, they could have a pump spell. They could have, there's a +4/+4 pump spell in this game. So I think I'm actually just going to chump block with the spider to start getting Thresh working towards his level up. Hey, TDM. Oh, someone else had asked me. The modern set today was actually really good. I'm going to pass here and bank some mana into spell mana, I think, here again. Yeah, the +4/+4 spell is a burst spell. Rekindler does not bring back all the dead Anivias. It brings back a single dead Anivia. So keeping their other Anivias off the table is valuable. So Thresh needs to see 2 more things die to level up here.
Return to us.
Yeah, I have a deny for something like Harrowing, though, Felcro. I can elect to save that. I think I'm getting Karma down here at this point. Let's open on Shadow Assassin, see what we find. There's a Rekindler.
What's that noise? We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
So, double Withering Wail The box is not bad.
Eternal winter.
Heart and mind as one.
We'll see if they open on attacks here or not. If they don't open on attacks, I might want to vengeance this.
Another round. We should be friends. Have you met my shield?
Okay, so Thresh is going to level. This is going to deal 2 damage to all of my stuff. I can mouse over the eye here to see that if I just take damage here, I'm going to die, so let's not do that. These are going to die anyway, so I might as well block with them.
You cannot escape.
And then I think we're going to go ahead and Withering Wail here. And you can see when I put the Withering Wail out, it tells me the end result is all of these things dying. And then I end up at 15 here. Now I'm expecting them to have a pump spell for Braum. So I'm going to block like this and get double Wail. But I expect them to pump Braum to kill Karma. And then I'm going to Vengeance Braum before it can kill my Karma. So as is, if combat happens, Braum's take heart, okay. This is still just fine though, right? That's surviving, but Braum's dying, and I'm going to 9. I think I'm okay with that. My Thresh is gonna level up here too. The eye on the left-hand side here tells you how the stack in combat are going to play out, so you don't have to guess. The combat math button is incredible. Big agree. Got a Ruination here. Do I care about this? I feel like I want to save this for their sweeper, right? Because I have Rekindler in hand that can bring this back. And like I have Thresh in play as well.
You weren't always this way.
So if I box here, it's going to kill both of those. That's probably correct.
We each died, then found home.
No.
Wait, is this not going to summon another Karma? Doesn't this summon a Karma when he attacks? Am I not understanding that? He attacked when he wasn't leveled. No, there's definitely Karmas in my deck. There should be 2 Karmas in my deck still. The eye doesn't show that. Oh, it's bugged for Thresh. Poop.
We must make our own.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not crazy. Oh, this was a mistake though, right?
Bring peace to
I should have hooked one of these two because now they can block both my karmas. Okay, yeah. I had it lined up correct initially, and now I've messed it up. Well, the eye shows other random things, so it should show it. It should show a face-down champion or something like that. That's definitely a bug in the eye. Yeah, it shows, the eye shows other random effects like card draws and stuff.
Our time.
I think we're dead at this point. Someone else asked earlier, like, we have a bunch of control stuff. Someone else asked earlier, we have a bunch of control stuff, but, like, how is our deck actually winning the game? And I kind of don't have a good answer to that. Like, I think the idea is we win with karma spells like I described, but, like, looking at, like, what the top end of this Anivia deck is doing, it feels like that's probably just better. People keep talking about Lidras. Is that a unit? Is that the 9-drop? Well, I mean, like, so, like, people that are, like, talking about cutting the 3-mana lifesteal, like, part of the point of the deck is, like, part of the point of the deck is tossing your non-champions so you can get to just karma to make a bunch of karmas. Yeah, I'm gonna play another set as is. Like, we could talk about what issues are, but, like, I feel like the changes people are suggesting we make are, like, changing us into doing something the deck wasn't intended to do. So, like, my goal with taking submissions from people is to, like, try and showcase their deck idea. So, like, I get what you're going for, but, like, that's not what the intention of what the deck is looking to do. I do think that, like, what our late game is versus the Braum and Nivea late game, our late game is definitely worse. It definitely feels like we don't have the tools to go over the top of them.
Where are you?
Yeah, the fact that, like, we're counting on karma to generate something useful at some point to eventually win the game with feels a little loose. I mean, it's okay, chat, if the conclusion at the end of the set is what we were trying to accomplish isn't very good. Not all decks are going to work. Not every idea ends up being competitive. Are there ramp decks in this game? Kind of. The current opponent's deck that we're playing against, the Deep, is generally considered a Tron-style deck. It's a go big deck. It doesn't explicitly ramp, but it tends to go bigger than what everybody else is doing in the game. No, you cannot go above 20 health, which I actually think is an incredibly good design. It's one of the things that helps keep games to a manageable time frame. So, Maokai here, every time they play another ally, it summons a temporary ally that can hook our stuff as well as tossing some stuff. I think I'm just Withering Wailing here. So this way, it kills all their stuff here and I don't lose my 3-2. What does Insight do? Oh, you want to just play some of Karma's spell? I don't know if that's really necessary. Yeah, you just cast it with Karma. Kill their Maokai here. I mean, there are cards in this game that make the gameplay different from other games that you play in Runeterra. They just don't do it by making you play in this miserable prison. So, my opponent's cards have the deep mechanic, so when their deck gets to 15 or fewer cards, they get bigger and usually gain added effects. In Nautilus's case, he levels up, so definitely want to keep him off the board. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, dude. Like, this is also a matchup where our late game just doesn't matter, or just isn't good enough. Could definitely see this being another deck that's just like can prey on like elusive aggro, but just like isn't good against these other control decks. You're supposed to kill them before they get to Anivia, Quincy. Let's kill the big scary. Maokai's at 16.
That egg, did it move? Lady Elise, where are you? I must get out of here. Get me out of here.
I don't think that's strictly true, dude. Like, I don't think the Brahmanivia deck is strictly bad against other aggro. I was like these turns here, you can see how like I just like have a bunch of removal spells in my hand. I basically just don't have anything else to do. I think the Brahmanivia deck is not amazing against Easy Karma control. I think Easy Karma goes over the top of it a lot of the time. We're just kind of like all dressed up with nowhere to go here. Yeah, the War Mother control deck is good against Brahmanivia too. That's true. I pretty much just play decks people have been sending me in, so cat. I have a deck queue running for this game, just like I do for Magic. We've had a good number of submissions into. Cool. I think the Easy Karma deck is great. Big agree.
Dark beckons. Night falls.
Karma with missed calls, kind of sweet. We've hit a lot of Brahmanivia in Platinum where I'm at. I think I'm gonna try and protect her here. Sure. I'm going to 7 if I just say no blocks here. I don't know that I want to trade this. If I trade this, I can't guaranteed revive Karma. Well, I guess I have Rekindler to do that. I do get more karmas like this. Thresh used to heal when things died. Lordy, that must have been obnoxious. Yeah, unfortunately I can't play a missed call there.
We each died, then found hope.
Okay, we're kind of getting to do the thing here. Why can't I? Oh, this obliterates it. Damn it. I was like, oh, I get to make a bunch of things. I do not get to make a bunch of things.
I will play my part.
Thanks for the feedback.
Master.
Fresh is worth at least twice as much.
Draw a couple cards here at least. Wait, does this thing only draw a card when I play it? When I'm summoned? No, so we'll draw 2 cards. Good. Deal. I think the tempo in Dirtdeck's still fine. Yeah, they're gonna Maokai us and then we lose. Because this explicitly obliterates to non-champions, right? So they have 1 card left. I guess we have 4 cards left, technically.
Return to us.
Yeah, none of these cards are karma.
Here's a big one.
So if we survive this combat, we win. Yeah, I believe so. And we're gonna have triple Withering Wail, right? Oh wait, this is just stunning my karma, right? So that's fine. Yeah, it would have been good if it shuffled in. Yeah, we just survived this turn and then we pass, right? And then they lose.
We knew it would be so.
All right, we take those. Couple small mistakes, but ended up digging ourselves out. Something like that. Close to how we drew it up. All right. Aggro matchup, chat. Aggro matchup. Let's bin these late game cards. Couple of things that gain us life. Hapless Aristocrat's a great pickup here. It's a cheap play to start. Yeah, their first Mao died, and they were only playing one. Or they were only playing,
Achilles, where are you?
they were only playing 2 Maokai, because they had a Thresh. His application is very visually stunning. Maokai over Thresh could be a consideration. I can see that. Thresh being a removal spell has been nice, but yeah, I can see Maokai being okay. You've been good, Cody. The modern set was even good today. And this is perfect. We get to bank a spell mana here. How do we get the cool board? With my wallet. Duh.
What time is it? Punch it! Ha-ha! I give you muscles!
We're gonna end up at 12 here. I think that's fine though. Yeah, and then I'll whale post combat and gain 3. Okay, I want to set Kato to 1 so it dies to whale. I know I'm spewing some life gain here because this happens and I can't gain life. Opponent ordered their attackers well, but I think this is still correct because I wanna whale them. They put that on the wrong guy, didn't they? Yeah, they would have dealt more damage. They would have put it on Kato, right? It's not a bad pickup. So here's an interesting thought. Do I just pass the turn here to burn their place? Or do I really want to hook this for 2? I feel like they gotta have plays, right? And I kind of feel like I just want to pass and burn their mana. And just skip my combat step. I think we just pass. So for those that are new to this game, when they pass but I also pass, the turn just ends. But if I attack, they'll get a chance to play things after I attack. So by giving up my combat, we pass the turn here because my opponent didn't do anything.
My axe is ready.
I thought you had priority after attacking. No.
Strength above all.
So Darius levels up when my Nexus goes to 10. So we're going to 2 currently. I think we just go ahead and whale here. And then Darius doesn't hit me leveled up, I think is the play. Yeah, opponent's basically playing the Runeterra equivalent of Brawl aggro. For those that are new to the game.
Master.
I don't think I missed call because I kind of want a Ruination. think we're just sweeping the board next turn. Yeah, thankfully there's no Ember Cleave in this game for the girl deck to have.
I have the best job.
War Mason, reporting for duty. The few.
I think we're dead, chat. I think we're dead. Ooh, that's a good one.
Let's do this.
Alright, dead to a pump spell. Fury me, baby. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yep, Deny looking super unimpressive here. Sorry about that. Had to sort out people being turds in my subs Discord. We removed said turd and are back to focusing on Runeterra. Appreciate people who are reasonable. Don't appreciate people who aren't. Demacia Shadow Isles champion list. Probably an aggro deck. I think these are too slow against aggro. We'll keep the Vile Feast.
What's that noise? What does he want from me?
This dies, they get to create a last breath follower that costs 3 or less. Yep. Sure.
I must get out of here.
An undying deck, okay. Could be something of a brood too.
The Order rewards its faithful.
Last breath, revive me at the next round start with +1/+1 for each time I've died. Yep, this is their big payoff card, right? Notably can't block. Popular enough? Yeah. I think we played against it once before. Playing Runeterra a couple hours a day. Which deck has I've had the most fun with in Runeterra? I'm a big fan of the various tempo decks in this game. I think Teemo Fizz as well as Lux Shen are probably two of my favorites that I've played so far. Which berry deck do I more like, more Luxifer? I don't actually have an answer to that offhand.
You have to get me out of here.
I think they're kind of just different. So this is actually super strong with this because it kills and revives it, but then another one's going to come back at their end of turn here, right? So we're going to have 2 of these things now, and one of them's bigger.
They cannot hide.
Yeah, and I don't have anything that, like, obliterates these, so it kind of feels bad.
No place for the kind.
I love the Easy Karma deck, Jukwall. Yeah, if you're looking for my favorite control deck, it's definitely Easy Karma. I guess I'm just doing this now to, like, not only put a blocker into play, but also use some of my mana here so I don't burn it off. Well, we just do this, then we take the hits for 8, and we try and keep racing with these, and we hope, like, these whales and our life steals can maybe keep us in the game. Huge elf boy. I agree. Runeterra has been fun. We do have a lot of life gain rolled up in hand here, so we might just run them down with these couple of evasive Dorkos here. They might ruinate us, sure. That would be pretty good. Well, poop. So much for the racing, man. What's the eternal part? The part where you put endless karmas into play? Theoretically. Endless karmas into play and in your deck is theoretically one of the goals. It hasn't seemed like a particularly cohesive game plan, though, so far. What we're trying to set up seems difficult to set up, and the payoff when we get it set up, yeah, it definitely feels like a do the thing deck where the thing is kind of hard to do and the payoff for doing it feels low. I mean, the idea is just, like, put multiple karmas into play, and then put multiple karmas into play, and then fill your deck with karmas, is the thing. The deck used to be a good go-over-the-top deck, but Brahma Nivea does that better now. Yeah, I'd believe that. Isn't there only one of each champion type allowed? So, kind of. Cards like Rekindler and the 3-mana Reanimate card that we have allow you to sidestep sidestep those restrictions to get multiple into play. Things like Thresh also lets you get multiple into play once he levels. So at a base level, yes. At a okay, we do some of these other things level. No, there's more to it than that. Thanks for the 22 months, Matt. I appreciate it. So Thresh is up to 4 things having died. You have a cheap remembrance. Well, that's a pretty good one to get.
Remember the fallen.
The good news is these Withering Whales with Karma are going to buy us a lot of time. How many wills are in our deck? Will of Iota? I don't know offhand. Ideally, I'd like a deny. I feel like when I play this Karma, they're going to Ruination me, and then we're just going to eat it. But I also feel like I can't win without playing this Karma out, so it's required. So we're really hoping to fade Ruination here. Atrocity. You also can't really do anything about that, huh? Yeah, but like, so leveling Thresh, and this is the other thing, Thresh has been super awkward in this deck. Like, leveling Thresh doesn't even really accomplish anything because he summons the other champion attacking, right? So like, every time we've leveled Thresh, he's just summoned a Karma attacking that immediately dies. It's been super awkward. They can't block with the Undying? Sure, so I can hook this next turn? I thought a mod made a lab command yesterday. Maybe I'm misremembering. Alright, so we've got double spells, which lets us gain a bunch of life. So I think we just let this happen.
Our ancestors are watching.
Why didn't I attack with the elusive? Because I was clicking. They should be too lower. Wow, that's really good with these idiots. Alright, well the good news is we're gonna deal 4 to their board and gain 12. So that's the good news.
You cannot escape.
Is that a good outcome? I think that's a good outcome. I don't know that we're winning, but we're not dead this turn. They are totally winning. Yeah, I think that's an accurate. Assessment. I think they are winning is an accurate assessment of what's currently going on board.
Justice will be served. Achilles, where are you?
Where are you?
Nothing escapes my watch. Coming in hot!
That's true. If we could draw Karma, we're in a pretty okay spot. Like maybe we're in an okay spot. Wait, do all of these count as just being summoned? But boxing them isn't very useful, right? Brandon Scurry, thank you for the quarter of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The box looking super awkward here.
Strike for justice.
In Avarosa's name.
Yeah, they can't block, but they have a 5/5 tough, so yeah.
Please, I have connections.
Please, I have connections. Is it gonna end with me at 12? I'm not dead yet! I'm not dead yet!
Alert the village!
We're treading water, chat! We're treading water. This feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Yeah, but I kind of feel like this is kind of a good example of why the War Mother's Call deck or Easy Karma Control are probably better variations of like what this is trying to accomplish. Like both Easy Karma, like we've basically done what we want to do this game, but it hasn't been strong enough. Whereas like Easy Karma or War Mother's Call both have a big go over the top thing to do.
Return to us.
Like again here, like, alright, I've got a bunch of karmas in play. But like, it just doesn't matter, right? Alright, I might need the Thresh emote. I might need the Thresh emote in my life. That's great. I will survive. Hey, hey. The wheels on the deck go round and round. Yeah, I agree that, like, their deck uniquely lines up well against ours. But at the same time, there's other control decks that are similar to what we're doing that also aren't bad in this matchup. So I think we're going to go ahead and be done with this one. Oh, I forgot to do the Shen at the end. What happens when you deck out? You lose. I think I'm gonna be done with this one. What we're trying to accomplish at the top end, like we said, just have a concise at the end. It just flails around a little bit too much and doesn't actually end the game consistently enough. Whereas, like, Ezreal Karma, when you get set up, you, like, blast them out of the game. Or, like, War Mother's Call, once you get that going, you stack enough threats into play that you end the game very, very quickly. Whereas, like, this, even once you get multiple Karmas into play, you're frequently not going to have enough oomph right away to push through. You, like, have to get multiple Karmas into play and then do other stuff and hope that that stuff eventually works out. So, like, you jump through hoops to get set up, and then your setup isn't enough to actually win you the game right away. All right, I am going to hit a quick ad roll. I get set up and flipped over to the next deck, but don't go anywhere just yet. We're doing 2 Runeterra decks every afternoon this week. When we get back, we're going to run some people down with some Demacia Bannermen. So we're going to play an aggro deck here. Be back in just a few. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.